पे खड़े हो जाओ, जैसे कि उस टाइम में हम यहाँ
आप भी आ रहे हैं सर।
आप आ रही हो। प्रोग्राम था तो उधर पे उल्टा से फिर वापस
सर
साइड प्लीज। राइट सर। थोड़ा
क्या रिजल्ट All of you now go to the hall, inauguration hall.
Solve the problem related to the solubility and viability. So by making this beginning basic terms of solubility and viability, so they may all more efficacious as technology and opportunity. So it's the mission is to enhance the viability and control the
Now please.
गुड मॉर्निंग टू एवरीवन। मंजिलें उन्हीं को मिलती हैं जिनके सपनों में जान होती है। सिर्फ पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता दोस्तों, हौसलों से उड़ान होती है। Myself, Monica, M.Com student, Department of Pharmacy. This conference is being organized Guru Chambeshwar University of Science and Technology, comprising of 3 departments: physiotherapy, applied psychology, pharmaceutical sciences. With an Indian Medical Association. The theme of the conference, Neuroscience Update 2016. Neuroscience, basically a study of brain. Whenever there is a slight imbalance in concentration of neurons, various psychiatric diseases takes place, such as depression, Alzheimer's, psychosis, anxiety.
I treat your coughs and make you feel weak. If you have a sore throat, a scratched elbow or knee, simply come and visit me. I
Maharana. Easily recognizable as the elephant deity riding a mouse, Ganesha is arguably the most popular Hindu god. It is said that no new venture is deemed complete without a Ganesh Puja. O Lord Ganesha, you are the revered god of our well-being and remover of all obstructions. Our humble first invitation is in your name. Please bless this ceremony for a successful competition. So up next is Ganesh Vandana. So I call Now let us proceed. I am pleased to welcome Organizing Committee Chairman and Director of Shakti Neuroscience Center, Dr. G.P. Burman. Dr. Burman, MBBS, MD and Doctoral Fellowship in Neuroscience. He was teacher and consultant in charge of neurology in PGI Rohtak, 1995 to 96. And visiting consultant in Maharaja Abdul Sen Medical College, Agroha till 1998. He is the member of Delhi Neurological Association, Indian Academy of Neurology, European Academy of Neurology, Asian Oceanian Epilepsy Society, Royal College of Physicians, London, World Stroke Organization, Geneva. Awards for Medical Academy Excellence in 2000. Best Paper Award on Epilepsy in Rural India in Helsinki International Neuro Congress and Travel Grant Award Congress. His name is published in WHO, whose book An Encyclopedia of World Celebrity. He has 10 publications in reputed neuroscience journals. So I cordially invite Organizing Committee Chairman and Director of Shakti Neuroscience Center, Dr. G.P. Burman, for welcome address and throw some light on the theme Neuroscience Update 2016.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Respected Dr. Kamal Gupta ji, Honorable Chief Secretary Parliament, Government of Haryana, our Vice Chancellor Professor Tankeshwar Kumar ji, IMA State President Dr. A.P. Sethia ji, District President Dr. J.P.S. Nalwa ji, Secretary Dr. Kalra ji, and Organizing Secretary Dr. Milan Parle ji, dear colleagues and students. I welcome you all to Neuroscience Update 2016. This is the second update in this area. And also this is in this wonderful auditorium, is an electronic auditorium of Chaudhary Ranbir Singh Auditorium of GGU SMT. This CME program is organized by Stroke Brain Attack Lakhwa Mirkikia Charitable Society, Tailwag, Hisar, a non-governmental and non-profit organization for care of stroke survivors and long-standing intractable epilepsies. IMA Hisar chapter, Faculty of Medicine, GGUST, all helped a lot to make this national CME a great success. A few words about this Neurocare Charitable Society and why this kind of seminar is being organized. The society provides a range of services to guide and assist stroke victims and hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy related disabled patients. It also manages the intractable epilepsy cases and give medical as well as social guidance to epilepsy caregivers. Our vision is that all stroke victims and chronic epileptics who come in contact with the society should build up their self-esteem, get respect in their family, and also get a social support from their community. Our population is aging, life expectancy is more number of people live to old age. Therefore, number of stroke survivors, dementia cases will keep on increasing to a great extent in the society, whereas social and professional awareness are lacking behind. I can remember when I joined as teacher consultant in PGI Rohtak, people used to say that neuroscience is a research branch only. General treatment, injection neurobind, Eftoin, these are good enough, and these are the only choice for the neuro specialist. And that time common people would believe that for stroke or Lakhwa, that desi treatment from Rajasthan is enough. Or for epilepsy, removal of some kida from the nose can cure epilepsy in rural population. There was only one treatment in medicine department, that was injection faxiferin, a low molecular weight heparin for AIS, and mannitol for IC bleed. The then in charge medicine and neurology, he presented a paper in Jaipur in an NSI conference that time on faxiferin in stroke, and he had to face lots of criticism there. Dr. Arjun Das Saigal was, Dr. Ranjan can remember, Arjun Das Saigal was chairman of that conference. Most of the stroke victims, epilepsy victims, were not treated and were left as such on their lucks. People used to rush to Haridwar or Rishikesh to get some magic pills as a holy treatment for Mirgi. And those pills were distributed by some unlicensed clinic for rupees 2000 a month. Subsequently, those centers were closed by police as holy pills contain narcotic drugs. And surprisingly, that complaint came from abroad. A Canada-based NRI patient made the complaint, not by any local patient. Over decades, those centers were going on. I know one DSP crime branch, Haryana, was purchasing medicine from that center for a couple of years. Ultimately, senior Dr. Sapra referred that case to me. This all proves the tolerance of the Indian society, tolerance of the Indian patient. Though it is a very diverse, heterogeneous society, and the scenario is not in North, this is everywhere in the country. India, where the burden of neurological disease is huge, WHO, after last Geneva Congress in Swiss 2015, estimates the number of disability adjusted life years, DALIs lost due to neurological diseases are expected to rise from 95 million worldwide in 2015 to 103 million by 2030. DALI lost in connection with Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia, vascular dementia, will rise most by around 28%, whereas equivalent loss due to infectious diseases will go down by 37%. A senior consultant told that government will not pay attention to neurological disease because these are non-communicable diseases. But how come? The infectious diseases are going down. Only 12% death worldwide on an average. Low and lower middle income group countries like India are the hardest hit. WFN President Dr. Sakir, he was in Chandigarh last time, and CM Khattarji was chief guest there. He told that of all neurological conditions, stroke and other cerebrovascular disorders are the far most frequent cause of death, accounting for 85% of the fatalities. Epidemiological studies have clearly documented, also emphasize the growing role of neurological diseases affecting brain health in general. Neurological diseases are finally an integral part of global political agenda of major health issues. Every year, 200 to 500 new cases of epilepsy are coming up per 1 lakh population in a defined geographical area. And incidence of stroke is slightly lower, is around 119 to 145 per 1 lakh population based on a recent population-based studies. A recent study also showed, published in Journal of Stroke, that 84 to 250 cases per 1 lakh population in rural India, whereas increased in urban India, it is 330 to 424 per 1 lakh population. India, like other developing countries, is the midst of stroke epidemic, though it is a neglected epidemic. There is huge burden of stroke with significant regional variation. It's assumed that average age of patient with strokes in developing countries is usually 15 years lower than those of developed countries. In India, nearly 1/5 of patients with first ever stroke admitted to hospital is estimated at 40 years or less even, published in Times of India. Whereas movement disorders such as Parkinson's disease, tremor, tricks, dystonia are very common conditions. Parkinson's disease, for example, is 1% in people with age 65 to 85 years. Population is aging. More number of people live to old age. So number of Parkinson's disease will increase in a tremendous amount. By age of 85, 3% of population will have either Parkinsonism or dementia. The prevalence of epilepsy, tics, other movement disorder in school-going children, adolescents can be as high as 21% in different population studies say. These are all major discussions for today's National CME, where organizing secretary from Pune, the chairman from Kolkata, and all our delegates from Punjab, Haryana, and all over North. So it's really a national CME, and I wish all this success for this national CME. Now I request organizing secretary to come into the dais.
Thank you very much, sir. As we all know, before a drug is to be launched in market, it has passed through clinical trial, and before the preclinical study is must. A lot of preclinical research is going on in our university and our department. Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences has played a very vital role in this regard. A number of patents has been filed.
Today we are fortunate that we have a very busy personality in form of Dr. Kamal Gupta, who is a parliamentary secretary and who has agreed in his busy schedule to be here. Let me tell you, Dr. Kamal Gupta is a doctor, surgeon, general surgeon, MBBS, MS from Rohtak Medical College, and he has practiced for 20 years. He must have performed more than 200 successful surgeries. And such a great personality जो जमीन से जुड़े हुए हैं, जिनको इंट्रोडक्शन की जरूरत नहीं है, उन्होंने विनती की है कि आप सबसे पहले चीफ गेस्ट एड्रेस ऑडियंस को देंगे। इसलिए हम कार्यक्रम को जारी रखते हुए सबसे पहले बुलाना चाहेंगे अपने प्यारे हिसार के चीफ गेस्ट डॉक्टर कमल गुप्ता। डॉक्टर कमल गुप्ता जी।
धन्यवाद। सबसे पहले आप सब लोग जोर से बोलेंगे, भारत माता की जय। ये क्या बात बनी भाई? हम जिस देश में रहते हैं, जिस मिट्टी का खाते हैं, जिस माटी की गोद में पले बड़े हुए, और अनेक महापुरुषों ने हमारे लिए अंग्रेजों को यहाँ से मुक्त कराकर आज़ादी दी, उस भारत माता की जय बोलने में इतना संकोच क्यों? जोर से बोलिए, भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम। धन्यवाद। आपकी पहचान जो है ना, वो भारत माता से है। प्रत्येक व्यक्ति की पहचान उसके परिवार, उसके समाज और उसके देश से होती है, और वन शुड बी प्राउड ऑफ इट ओन कंट्री। आज की इस न्यूरो साइंस CME में जो यहाँ गुरु जम्बेश्वर यूनिवर्सिटी के इस बहुत ही अच्छे हॉल में हो रही है, उसमें उपस्थित हमारे बहुत ही लर्निंग, ईमानदार हमारे इस यूनिवर्सिटी के आदरणीय कुलपति जी श्रीमान टंकेश्वर जी, यहाँ पर उपस्थित डॉक्टर बर्मन जी, डॉक्टर सेतिया जी स्टेट के IMA के प्रेसिडेंट हैं, डॉक्टर मिलिंद पार्ले जी, यहाँ सामने बैठे हमारे बहुत ही IMA के दिग्गज और हमारे पिता समान डॉक्टर कुलदीप कुमार जी, लोकल ब्रांच के अनेक वर्षों से चले आ रहे यहाँ के प्रेसिडेंट डॉक्टर नलवा जी, और उनके साथ कदम से कदम मिलाकर चलने वाले डॉक्टर कालड़ा जी, और मेरी सभी साइंटिस्ट बहनें और भाइयों। किसी भी कॉन्फ्रेंस में अपडेट होना ये आज के युग की बहुत बड़ी जरूरत है। यदि हम अपडेट नहीं होंगे, हम कंपटीशन में नहीं रहेंगे, तो हम पीछे रह जाएंगे। मेरा आप सबसे एक ही निवेदन है कि हम कई दफा रिसर्च में इतने उलझ जाते हैं कि जो चीज बड़ी रेयर होती है उस पर हम अपना बहुत समय लगा देते हैं, और जो चीज कॉमन होती है, छोटी होती है, जिसमें बहुत ज्यादा लोगों की इन्वॉल्वमेंट होती है, उसको भूल जाते हैं। तो बीइंग इन द पब्लिक, और क्योंकि आप सब लोग असंख्य लोगों को ट्रीट करते हैं, तो जो कॉमनर चीजें हैं, जो बेसिक जुड़ी हुई चीजें हैं, मैं आपको एक उदाहरण देता हूं। मैं जब सर्जरी में MS कर रहा था तो वहां पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट क्लासेस लगती थी, तो बड़े बड़े प्रोफेसर और बड़े बड़े साइंटिस्ट, जैसे यहां भी CME हो रही है, CME, और एक केस को डिस्कस करते थे, और वो डिस्कस करते थे कि इसको इन्फेक्शन क्यों हुआ। हमने लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी वाला ऑपरेशन थिएटर बना दिया, स्टरलाइजेशन के बड़े अच्छे ढंग से स्टरलाइज किया, और थिएटर में जाने से पहले 3-3 कमरों पर होकर जाते थे, नहा धोकर, और वो एंटीसेप्टिक लगाकर ऑपरेशन किया, और पेशेंट वार्ड में आ गया, और पेशेंट को जो कैथेटराइज किया, ये समझने की बात है, वो भी ऑपरेशन थिएटर के अंदर कर दिया, लेकिन जब उसका यूरिनरी बैग बदलते हैं, उसको डॉक्टर नहीं बदलता, उसको स्वीपर बदलता है। और वो जो स्वीपर जिस ढंग से उस बैग को बदलता है, वो जो CME में हमने जितनी मेंटल एक्सरसाइज की, वो उसको विद इन सेकेंड्स फेल कर देता है। सारी ये सक्सेस, सब कुछ खत्म। तो अब कितनी छोटी सी बात है कि उसका यूरिनरी बैग बदलना, उस पर हम ध्यान नहीं देते हैं, और हमारे इतने 4th जनरेशन 3rd जनरेशन एंटीबायोटिक्स, और हमारा इतना लेटेस्ट डेवलपमेंट, लेटेस्ट डिस्कशन, वो सारा का सारा एक बड़ी छोटी सी बात पर, और हॉस्पिटल में क्रॉस इन्फेक्शन होता है, और उसका वो क्रॉस इन्फेक्शन ठीक नहीं। ये बात बताने का मेरा उद्देश्य ये था कि जो चीजें बड़ी कॉमन हैं, जो बेसिक लेवल पर हैं, हम इंजेक्शन लगाते हैं, हाथ धोएंगे, सब कुछ करेंगे, और आप देखना कि वो जो इंडेक्स फिंगर है वो उस नीडल को टच करके और बड़े प्रेम से लगाएंगे। मरीज भी खुश और वो लगाने वाला भी खुश। सत्यानाश कर दिया इंजेक्शन लगाने वाले। हाउ टू गिव इंट्रामस्कुलर इंजेक्शन और आईवी इंजेक्शन, नीडल को तो टच होना ही नहीं चाहिए। अब ये कोई रिसर्च की बात नहीं है, ये बड़ी कॉमनर बातें हैं। ये दो बातें मैंने इसीलिए बताई कि इन चीजों में अब इंजेक्शन लगाना, कितने लोग इसको इस्तेमाल करते हैं, फील्ड में कितने लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं, वो आपका केस बिगाड़ कर आपके पास भेज देते हैं और आपको उसको मैनेज करने में कितनी मुश्किल आती है। तो जो हम रिसर्च ओरिएंटेड आदमी हैं, रिसर्च करनी चाहिए, लेकिन एक पॉइंट कि जो कॉमनर चीजें हैं, जो बेसिक चीजें हैं और जो कि आसान चीजें हैं, जिसमें कुछ लगता नहीं है अपना, हमारा वहां से ध्यान हट जाता है। हम कितने लोग अपने हॉस्पिटल में अपने स्वीपर को, अपने कंपाउंडर को, अपनी स्टाफ नर्स को ट्रेन करने में समय लगाते हैं। ये मोर इंपॉर्टेंट बात है, ये ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट बात है। पर मेरा कहने का मतलब ये नहीं कि इसके अलावा भी हमें लेटेस्ट चीजों में नहीं जाना चाहिए। वी शुड गो। और एक बात और ध्यान रखना चाहिए, हमारा देश गरीब देश है। हमारा देश गरीब देश है। कॉस्ट ऑफ द ड्रग किस तरह से उसको मिनिमाइज किया जा सकता है। और फिर हमारे यहां अब डॉक्टर बर्मन हैं, वो न्यूरोलॉजिस्ट हैं। अब पूरे जिले में क्या, पहले तो पूरे हरियाणा में अकेले थे। अब इतनी लेटेस्ट डेवलपमेंट के और इतना जो सब पेशेंट तो उनके पास जा नहीं सकते, सबको वो ट्रीट कर नहीं सकते, और पेशेंट को कई दफा पता ही नहीं लगता कि मुझे कब और किस डॉक्टर के पास जाना चाहिए। इवन द वी पीपल, मैं यहां जनरल सर्जन हूं, मुझे कई दफा नहीं पता लगता कि ये पेशेंट मैं न्यूरो साइंस वाले के पास भेजूं या साइकियाट्रिस्ट के पास भेजूं, ये पेशेंट मैं ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्जन के पास भेजूं या न्यूरो सर्जन के पास भेजूं। और फिर जितना हम ऊपर चढ़ते जाते हैं उतना हम कॉमन चीजों को भूलते भी जाते हैं। मैं आपको एक और उदाहरण देता हूं। एक पेशेंट आया मेरे पास, कहने लगा जी कि मुझे तो हेडेक है। तो रूटीन इन्वेस्टिगेशन कराई। उसके यूरिन में डॉक्टर नलवा शायद याद रखेंगे 4+ एल्ब्यूमिन आ गई। तो मैंने कहा कि भाई ये तो कोई बात जमी नहीं। मैंने कहा डॉक्टर नलवा हो सकता है सैंपल चेंज हो गया हो, आप दोबारा करें। वो दोबारा किया, अगेन इट वाज 4+, ब्लड यूरिया वाज वेरी हाई। He went to next day, he did not believe me। मैंने कहा तुम्हारा गुर्दा खराब है। तो उसको समझ नहीं आई। बोले हेडेक का गुर्दे से क्या मतलब। वो न्यूरो सर्जन के पास चला गया और वो न्यूरो सर्जन ने उसका सीटी स्कैन वगैरह सब कुछ करवा दिया। वो सब नॉर्मल था और रूटीन में जो मेडिसिन थी वो लिख दी। तो जो हम बहुत सुपर स्पेशलिस्ट हो जाते हैं, सुपर के भी अति सुपर स्पेशलिस्ट बन जाते हैं, तो ये कॉमन बात है। ये केवल उसके साथ बात नहीं है, हर एक के साथ होती है। जो जिस चीज का स्पेशलिस्ट होगा उसको एक साइकोलॉजिकल बात है, ये उसको वही चीज ज्यादा नजर आती है। एक MBBS डॉक्टर हैं, डॉक्टर कुलदीप कुमार जी हैं। डॉक्टर कुलदीप कुमार जी से आप कुछ भी पूछ लो, वो सब चीजें बता देंगे। अब MBBS तो हम भी हैं भाई, लेकिन हमारे साथ जुड़ गई ना MS, तो MBBS की जो कॉमनर चीजें हैं वो हम भूल जाते हैं। और अब MS के बाद जो न्यूरो सर्जन हैं या न्यूरो फिजिशियन हैं या कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट हैं, वो जनरल फिजिशियंस की और जनरल सर्जन्स की बातें भी भूल जाते हैं। उनको सिर्फ कार्डियोलॉजी या सिर्फ जो सुपर स्पेशलिटी का उनका सब्जेक्ट है केवल वही याद रहता है। तो इस तरह से कुछ चीजें नुकसानदायक भी होती हैं। तो एक जो फैमिली डॉक्टर की कंसेप्ट, जितने भी सुपर स्पेशलिस्ट हैं उनको भी फैमिली डॉक्टर की कंसेप्ट नहीं भूलनी चाहिए। विषय बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा। मेरे को एक्चुअली यमुनानगर जाना था, 2-3 फंक्शन यहाँ भी थे, और वो आज शहर में वो डाबड़ा पुल बंद हो गया, इसलिए जाने आने में मुझे 1 घंटा फालतू भी लग गया। तो इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ आप सब ने मुझे याद किया, आप सबके मुझे दर्शन हुए। अंत में एक ही लाइन कहूंगा कि देश की जनता आपके भाई बहन हैं, उनका समग्र विकास, अंत्योदय, जो हमारे समाज की अंतिम सीढ़ी पर बैठा है, जो विकलांग है, अबला है, निर्धन है, हमारी जो रिसर्च है वो इस बात का भी ध्यान रखे कि उनका भला कैसे हो। आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Now, I would like to request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Tankeshwar Kumar, and I request to Dr. J.P. Burman, Organizing Committee Chairman, to offer memento to our Chief Guest, Dr. Kamal Gupta.
Thank you.
फ्रूट्स फलों की जगह बड़ा अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा।
हाँ जी
थैंक
सर।
यू, थैंक यू, थैंक
सर सर थैंक यू। सर थैंक यू।
Now I request Organizing Committee Chairman and President of IMA, Dr. A.P. Setia, and District IMA President, Dr. J.P.S. Nalwa, to honor our respected Honorable Vice Chancellor with the memento.
आओ सर। सामने।
Thank you, sir.
आप थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
Now, I request Organizing Committee Chairman and State President of IMA, Dr. A.P. Setia, to be honored with the shawl and food. So, I request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Tankeshwar Kumar, to facilitate
प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ आई
question to the Dr. A.P. Setia.
आगे आगे।
स्टेट प्रेसिडेंट।
थैंक यू। थैंक यू।
ओके फाइन, थैंक यू सो मच। प्लीज प्लीज यू प्रोसीड विद, प्लीज सर। नहीं, बैठिए बैठिए बैठिए, चलेगा, कोई बात नहीं।
Dr. Parle has more than 30 years of teaching, administrative, and research experience to his credit. Dr. Parle had served as Director on All India Council for Technical Education, New Delhi. Dr. Parle has filed 5 patents in the area of psychopharmacology, pharmacy, and pharmaceutical sciences. Professor Parle was recently invited as a plenary speaker by Malaysian government in August 2014. Professor Parle has been awarded research projects by UGC, AICTE, DST, and ICMR, New Delhi, on discovery of memory enhancer and benefits of Indian system of medicine. Dr. Parle is also presently an internationally rated chess player. Dr. Parle has Rashtriya Gaurav Award 2030 of India International Friendship Society at the hands of Shri Krishna Murthy, Chief Election Commission. Recently, Dr. Parle, in recognition of his contribution to the profession of pharmacy, Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India, Haryana State Branch awarded Best Pharmacy Teacher by awarding Prabhu Dayal Memorial Award 2015. So I request to organizing secretary Professor Milind Parle for giving some help, please.
Thank you, Monica. So here we are. I'll start where I finished last time. पहला सुख निरोगी काया. Why this conference? You know, in 2000 there were deaths due to tuberculosis. In 2005, majority of deaths were due to cancer. 2010, number one killer was road accidents. Deaths were taking place by road accidents. You know what happened in 2014? 2014, the scenario has changed. Now, self-harm, depression, suicides, these are on the rise. By another 2 years, 2018, the first killer would be suicides. I remember recently in Maharashtra, a girl named Mugdha appeared for her 10th standard examination, and her parents told her that your elder sister is doing medicine, so you should also do medicine. You have to score 97% marks at 10th. Her teachers also tell that you should score more than 97%. Whole year she is told, don't go to movies, don't go to picnics, you should study, don't talk with friends, don't use TV. All the time she is told what not to do. Nobody told her what to do. This generated negativity. Only one thing was told to her, that you should get 97% marks. She develops a feeling, a girl of around 17 years old, 10th class, science student, aspiring for medicine, that I have to score 97%. Mugdha from Pune in Maharashtra. Now, if I don't get 97%, what will happen? My life is over. One numerical of physics she is not able to do well, and she thinks of committing suicide. 10th standard has nothing to do with medical entrance. She is yet to reach 12th. She doesn't even know that this is an unimportant exam, and suicide is committed. Imagine, she scores 95% marks, just 2% less. Is 95% a less score? Girl enters into depression. Had parents told her that, Beta Mugdha, you are more important to us. Had one teacher told her that life is more important than your marks, she would not have committed suicide. But this is what is happening. We are all the time hearing the word stress. From where this word stress has come? It has come only in last 10 years. It was there, our Vice Chancellor is from physics. We studied stress in physics only, nowhere else. And stress was defined as a ratio. Pressure divided by inner strength. Which metal is strong? The metal which has highest inner strength will not break by the pressure. That was the strongest metal. Now, the pressures are increased. They have increased on adults. They are increased on students. Earlier also pressures were there. Earlier also, it was difficult to get admission in medical college, in IITs, job promotions. But today, inner strength is lost. There is no denominator. Therefore, this stress is leading to depression. Unnecessary. मुझे यहाँ डॉक्टर्स बैठे हैं और जो रोज जिंदगी और मौत से खेलते हैं। एक हमने बड़ी सुंदर मूवी देखी थी जिसमें हीरो कैंसर का पेशेंट था, राजेश खन्ना था उसमें और अमिताभ बच्चन था, आनंद। यस, अरे ओ बाबू होशियार, जिंदगी और मौत तो ऊपर वाले के हाथ में है, जहां बना उसे ना तुम बदल सकते हैं ना हम सब रंगमंच की कठपुतलियां है जिसकी डोर ऊपर वाले के हाथों में बंधी हुई है। कौन कब कैसे उठेगा कोई नहीं जानता, कोई नहीं जानता। जब ये है तो क्यों ना जिंदगी अच्छे से जियो। Those who have seen the movie, he had less than 6 months of time. The movie is Anand. He celebrates with everybody. He leaves the movie so well. Coming back to the health tips, simple words I'll tell you. I should congratulate research scholars who have presented posters today. Present posters. If you cannot present posters, attend the conference as a delegate. If you cannot attend as a delegate, become a volunteer. Become an organizing committee chairman. Become an organizing secretary. ये भी नहीं कर सकते हो तो कम से कम run. If you cannot run, walk. At least walk. In life, day will come, you will not be able to take shower. Do whatever you can do today. One day, all of us are going to be dependent on somebody else. Use your life. यही जीने का तरीका है। आपको हम छोटी सी ABCD सुनाते हैं। Tips. A. Accept the people and circumstances as they are. B. Be positive. C. Cooperate, concentrate, and celebrate. D. Discipline your life. E. Exercise regularly. I'll directly jump to WXYZ because I have in scientific session lecture to deliver. First I'll cover XYZ, then W. X. Experience is the best teacher. Keep this in life. Whatever mistakes you make, learn from your experience, take the lessons. Why? You are known by the company you keep. It's very important. Observe your company makes you. You are known by the company you keep. Z, zeal, have enthusiasm. Now coming to W. There are 6 W's. First I tell you those 2 W's we should avoid. Keep away from 2 W's. So keep away from wine and women. Keep away from wine and women. And there are 4 W's. 4 W's you should observe, you should follow. These 4 W's are: first, work is worship. Enjoy your work. Just enjoy. Why I'm here? I'm enjoying my work. Second, walk. You cannot have swimming pool everywhere. You cannot have gym equipments at all places. Walking is possible. So, walk. Work, walk, water. Drink at least 2 liters of water daily. These are the tips for keeping away from diseases. Fourth, willpower. You should have a strong willpower to restrict your 3 whites: salt, sugar, butter. Have willpower to restrict your salt, sugar and butter. अगर किसी को दर्द है ना तो हमदर्द बनो, कोई प्यासा है तो पानी दे दो, जीना बड़ा आसान है। कोई भूखा है तो अन्न दे दो, फिर देखो उसके चेहरे पर मुस्कान, आपको बड़ा आनंद आ जाएगा, खूब आनंद आ जाएगा। आखिर में बस 2 पंक्तियां सुनाऊंगा राज कपूर की मूवी की है। बस इन्हीं दो पंक्तियों में जीने का पूरा सार है। आप कहोगे कैसे जीना है? किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, ध्यान से सुनो। किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है, जीना इसी का नाम है।
Thank you so much, sir. It's my esteem to be able to introduce such a person who has made a remarkable contribution in academia. Presiding Officer, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Tankeshwar Kumar, Guru Chambeshwar University of Science and Technology. Professor Tankeshwar Kumar has more than 25 years teaching, administrative and research experience to his credit. Professor Tankeshwar Kumar has many international and national achievements. International achievements, postdoctoral fellow, ICTP, Trieste, Italy, 80 publications, award associationship of ICTP, Italy, research leader ICTP, Italy, editorial board member of international journal, 10 visits to Europe and America. National achievements, first UGC Professor of India under FRP, member of UGC and AAC field team, 3 research projects by Government of India agencies, member of National Academy of Science, India. Today we have the opportunity to listen him, so I kindly request Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Tankeshwar Kumar to please come on the dais.
Dr. P.N. Ranjan, Dr. Sethia, Dr. Barman, officials of IMA, Dr. Nalwa, Dr. Sanjeev Kalwadi, and Dr. Milan Pavle, organizing secretary of this meet, my colleagues, dean, directors, faculty members, doctors from IMA and other participants, and dear students. First of all, I thank IMA SAR chapter for organizing this event in a Guru Jambeshwar University of Science and Technology. Guru Jambeshwar University of Science and Technology is a science and technical university. We have various science departments which are directly related to medical sciences. Though every science or technology can be useful in medical science, we understand. There are departments like physiotherapy, pharmacy, biotechnology, microbiology, and now I can include psychology also. And this university, as you know, is the first ranked university of Haryana, and it is 24th among universities of India. This is recently ranked by National Institute Ranking Framework by Ministry of Human Resource and Development. Today we are having update on neuroscience. The topic has already been conveyed. I cannot do more than that, but certainly I see that there are two types of scientists, or let's say engineers, or intellectuals
who look for making life or making life comfortable. The doctors comes under the first category, that how to make life, let's say, how to live without any, let's say, disease or comfortably. If you want more and more physical comforts, you have other sciences, maybe the physical sciences and engineers to help you. But the doctors I see as the people who are really saving the life. And I remember my days in Chandigarh, especially in Punjab University. लोग पूछा करते थे कि भगवान कहाँ बसते हैं, तो मोस्टली लोगों का यही आंसर होता था कि अक्रॉस द रोड, बिकॉज देयर इज जस्ट ए रोड between Punjab University and PGI Chandigarh. And across the road you have the PGI Chandigarh. There you can see, if you just go once, you will see the doctors really working day and night. You never know when they are absent from the duty or they are not in the department. You can always find them, whatever the time is. And if you go to the emergency of PGI, you will see that your patient is dying. But for a doctor, he is not dying because there is another patient who will die earlier than that. Okay? He has to work on the patient who may die within a few minutes rather than the working on the patient who may live for an hour or so. So that is the life of a doctor that I have seen. So because when you live in some place which is so close to such a big hospital, you always come across such a situation where you have to rush to take the patient to the such hospital, whether it's emergency or it may be your friend, your relative, whatever. So I have always respected the doctors as a God, and as a family, I also see in my family that my children get so impressed and by the doctors living and the doctors work, and my daughter, she has just decided I will not become anything else except the doctor, because she could realize that there is nothing better than, if you want to really serve your society, there is nothing better than what you see in the profession of a doctor. So I respect, as I said, a doctor and God. So I am very much thankful to the Milind Parle-ji and the IMA who has decided to organize this meet in this university. And with these words, I thank once again our organizer for.
Thank you, sir. It was a delightful experience to hear from you. Now, may I cordially invite IMA Secretary Dr. Sandeep Kalra for vote of thanks.
Thank you all, especially Dr. Kamal Gupta ji, who has already known, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Tankeshwar ji, Organizing Secretary Dr. Milind Parle, and I welcome Dr. P.N. Ranjan, eminent urologist from Delhi. We know him since long, and he had been coming to Hisar to deliver his lectures in various conferences, and our President, Dr. Nalwa, Dr. A.P. Setia, and our lively great man, Dr. G.P. Balman. He makes our IMA always live with various academic sections time to time, and he is really innovative in life and in practice also. And I really admire all the participants and young persons, research scholars who have participated and seen their poster also, new things. And I thank our colleagues, Dr. Rajinder Malik, Dr. Anil Goyal, Dr. Suroi, and Dr. Vimal Jain. Thank you all in this beautiful campus. It is another beautiful campus like HEU, and I hope in future also we organize such beautiful conferences. Thanks a lot.
Sir,
Now we shall continue with the scientific sessions, and I have to make one announcement. We have senior doctors from Apollo Hospital Delhi, doctors from Medical College Rohtak, and senior doctors of Township of Hisar. Around 55 doctors have already come. We are expecting 30 more to join, and all the research scholars sitting here, please be here, interact with doctors. We have kept, there is a good news, we have kept from special awards. These special awards will be given in the open house session for those students who involve actively in the interactive sessions. So, interact with doctors, attend all the lectures, be here. We will have one plenary lecture by Dr. P.N. Ranjan now. After that, we can break for lunch. Then we will have 3 lectures. So keep sitting here. We will have our first plenary talk by Dr. P.N. Ranjan, who is from Apollo Hospital, Delhi. He will be speaking on management of acute stroke. So you can read biodata of Dr. P.N. Ranjan if you have. Go ahead.
the real source of wealth and capital in the new era is not materialistic, but it is knowledge, experience, wisdom, and creativity. It is a European Stroke Conference 2016, Institute of Neurosciences, Indraprastha, Apollo Hospital, New Delhi. May I please have you sit?
At the very onset, I'm extremely grateful to Dr. Balman for asking me to be here today and give me a fairly good amount of time, and I hope I won't bore you people, and give you recent insights into the management of acute ischemic strokes. It's a pleasure being here, and I would really appreciate the work which Dr. Balman has done, especially for the upliftment for neurology in the state of Haryana. Now, you all know that, as Dr. Balman very rightly said in his address, that the treatment of stroke, a treatment of cerebral stroke, a treatment of ischemic stroke, has such a negative, nihilistic attitudes towards management. I mean, you would hear everybody saying nothing you can do about stroke. Patient goes to local treatment, does massages, does everything else, but doesn't happen. But over a period of the last 10, 20 years, this nihilistic approach has become a very positive approach. Now, before I go further, the 3-4 things which have really stood out in the treatment of acute ischemic strokes are, number one, which we will talk in little detail, is a thrombolytic therapy, which is called RTPA. If a patient comes to you in a window period. But we are also trying to work hard that if you could extend this window period, because of the problems of infrastructure in our country, when only 4% of patients abroad can be thrombolized, even a while Dr. Balman thrombolized 2% of patients, it's enough. The second advancement has not been an advancement, is aspirin. a very simple drug which was used 30, 40 years back is a definite limit. The third thing is stroke units. Stroke unit doesn't mean that you just put a board outside stroke unit. That doesn't make a stroke unit. A stroke means a dedicated unit where you have dedicated neurologists, a physiotherapist, an occupational therapist, everything to look after the patient in a totality. And the last, which has come up in 2015, has been a real major advance. And there are a lot of postgraduates from January 2015 to May, July 2015, the New England Journal of Medicine, which is the premier journal of medicine in the world, carried 5 beautiful trials which showed that you could use certain thrombectomy devices. If a patient had a thrombus in a major artery, you could use a device and take off the thrombus. This has been a very, very major contribution in the treatment of acute ischemic stroke. Now let's start off with a very simple case, because when you talk about cases, things obviously register better. This was a 75 years old female who was a hypertensive, non-diabetic, with no history of coronary artery disease. She had a history of stroke, which was a thrombotic stroke 2 years ago. This time, she was getting recurrent numbness on the left side of the body, and this was lasting for half to 1 hour. And she saw various doctors. They thought this was nothing. When she came to me, we definitely thought that she was getting recurrent TIAs. Even though she had had a major stroke in the past, she was still getting recurrent TIAs. This was a blood chemistry which was essentially normal. So the patient was admitted with the left-sided weakness at 8:30 p.m. And you know, in neurology, we have what is called a NIHSS scale. Whenever you talk about a stroke, when you see the stroke, this is called the National Institute of Health Stroke Scale. Now this stroke scale is from 0 to 40. Higher the score, more is the neurological deficit. Lesser the stroke, lesser is the neurological deficit. So this lady had a sizable amount of neurological deficit. We thrombolized her by giving her RTPA. This is called recumbent tissue plasmogen activator, the dose of which is 0.9 milligram per kilogram body weight. The standard is 10% bolus and 90% infusion. We maintained her BP well, and she improved significantly in the post-TPA period. When we did the follow-up investigation the next day, what did we find? We found that on carotid Doppler, she had a plaque which was 64%, which was obstructing the right internal carotid artery, and the left was about 56%. So obviously, she had a plaque sitting up in the internal carotid artery, which is a branch of the common carotid artery in the neck, which enters and divides for the information of postgraduates into the middle cerebral artery and the anterior cerebral artery, and this is the one which supplies various areas of the brain. Now this is the pre-thrombolytic picture. You can all observe it was an absolute normal CT, and this was the post-thrombolytic picture, and we did no harm to her. Now subsequently we did, of course, for our own thing, the MR pictures, and here you can see the MRI diffusion. As you know, MRI diffusion is very specific for picking up infarcts very early, and this was the angio of the neck, which showed that there was definitely above 70 to 80% occlusion of the right ICA. And we did an angioplasty on her, and so from then to now, she is absolutely fine. So this is what you want to see, that a patient comes to you, he has acute neurological deficit, you do it, he's fine. If he has anything else, now you have a thrombotic device, take out the thrombus, and there you get back a normal person to the society. And that's what exactly Dr. Burman meant, that this is what we want to achieve for stroke. Now, as you are postgraduates here, you must know certain facts about stroke. Stroke is the third common cause of death. 4 million people die from stroke each year, which is an epidemiological study from Stroke Journal 1998. 50% of stroke survivors experience some disability, and 20% or 15% of them, this disability is very severe. So if you treat a stroke well, 50%, 30-40% and very little disability, rest do very well. The community survey that Dr. Varman mentioned from India shows a rate of 200 per 100,000 per person per year. Look at the number. Look at the number of community surveys showing that the incidence of stroke in this country is so high. If you go and see epidemiologically, the incidence of stroke in the developing world is coming here. The incidence of stroke in Germany or the US is 40 to 50 per 100,000. And in our country, it's 200 per 100,000. Very, very high. Again, what Dr. Varman very rightly mentioned, that the WHO, there was a forum in Geneva, but the WHO and the World Stroke Forum, which said that if the developing world like ours does not look after the non-communicable diseases are gone, we are going to have an epidemic of stroke in the next 15, 20 years. So please remember, this is the extent of problem in developing world like ours of stroke. And why is it happening? Why is the incidence of stroke coming down in the Western world, increasing in our world? The reasons are urbanization. People are all shifting from the rural to the urban, and very importantly, increasing of the diseases like diabetes and hypertension. As a result of which, the incidence of stroke is going up. 200 people die from stroke each year in India. A very interesting study was done in the US in a small place near New York, which is called the Manhattan. This was called the Manhattan Stroke Trial, which showed that the incidence of stroke was much higher in the minority. What they did was they took 3 classes, the white, the Hispanics, and the blacks. And they found that the incidence of stroke was the highest in the black population, the Asian population, if you put it there. Again, they said the Asians, especially the Indians, the Japanese and Chinese, are more prone to stroke genetically. So genetically we are predisposed. We are not looking after diabetes, hypertension, we are not looking after a disease factor which predisposes to stroke. More women die of stroke than breast cancer. 4 or 5 families will be affected by stroke for some time. Approximately 50% of stroke patients are about 65 years old. And as you all know, I just made the passing mention, that the commonest cause of stroke, 40% cause of stroke after 65 years is non-arteriosclerotic atrial fibrillation. That's why the neurologist calling a patient as a cryptogenic stroke, we are looking for more and more causes of cryptogenic stroke. And one of the cause is very importantly atrial fibrillation. And interestingly, we did a small study, and only 26% of the public can name the most common warning of stroke, this or numbness. I just at random told my postgraduate, just come to my clinic and keep on ask about 1,000 patients, do they know what stroke is? You'll be shocked. There is a hospital like ours, Apollo Hospital,